What is going on, everyone? My name is Jax, and welcome back to the channel. Earlier today, we restreamed the Kabam stream, reacting to it live of the Summoner's Choice. Oh my god, it was amazing. Thank you so much for everyone who came. We had like 300 people came by. It was pretty sweet. And yeah, the winner is Gladiator. He won. It was between Gladiator and White Tiger, and he won. Get this, by 0.5%. Oh my goodness, 0.5%, which means he got 50.5 and she got 49.5. Like, just put that into perspective. Like, crazy that the first vote, if I remember correctly, was only by 1%. And that's back then when they had 400,000 votes. Last year, Quicksilver had 1.6 million votes. I'm not even sure how much Gladiator had, but if it to be this close by 5% or 0.5% is just insane. I personally had both of these characters in my top 3. Deathlock number 1, Gladiator, and White Tiger. I kind of didn't care who won. I kind of upset White Tiger lost. Not even that I care that she won it over him, but her like track record on all like the unofficial votes, like between them two, she was winning everything. So to me, I don't know, I thought she kind of had it in the bag. But you know, time and time again, we've seen votes where people have their opinion online and you see most people agree with that opinion, but then in game it's completely different. I mean, you guys remember the Ant-Man versus Guillotine vote. Guillotine in game 1, but outside the contest, she was losing every single one against Ant-Man. So it's crazy that the player base in game is so much bigger than the player base online. But yes, Gladiator did won. Crazy, crazy, and you know, don't be sad that White Tiger lost, because probably coming to the game later this year. I mean, Mega Sentinel's coming to the game last year. Agatha is probably coming to the game later this year. We already got Baron Zemo. Beta Ray Bill's probably coming to the game next year. There's plenty of stuff. And yeah, and I first off wanted to, they said that Gladiator's coming at the end of the year, which means he's probably going to come around November, December time, which, if you don't know, the Agatha show is coming out that time. And I really think they're either going to make Gladiator the December champion, which means he's the only champion unless a trophy champ comes out like last year, or he's going to be a November champion that comes to the game with Agatha. We've seen Hercules come to the game with America Chavez. America Chavez Portals brought in Hercules. We saw with Quicksilver, Gallon came to the game with Quicksilver, and I think similar thing is like Agatha's probably going to infiltrate the contest, and she's probably going to bring Gladiator, probably have him under a spell. To me, lore-wise, that makes sense. But if not, he can probably be December's champion, and I'm kind of excited. You know, I'm kind of sad White Tiger comes, but hey, probably will come to the game next year. But he can bring a lot to the contest. First off, being the actual Shi'ar Empire, the first Shi'ar Empire, the Empire Guard, and we have Darkhawk in the game, which he has the Shi'ar Raptor Prime gem that gives him his powers, but not an actual Shi'ar Empire, you know, member. So he can do a lot of things. And Cam, who was a big supporter of Gladiator, made a fan kit, which we're going to give a huge shout out to him and kind of talk a little bit about him. The main thing that Kabam were saying is he's going to have the confidence counter, which means he needs to keep up his confidence. That's completely on the comics, like dead on the comics. That's something I knew the Kabam were going to do, because hey, he gets all his power from his confidence. And it's cool to see, like, Psycho Man, who has the ability to place doubt on the opponent. Imagine Psycho Man being the perfect counter to Gladiator. That's just gonna be pretty interesting. But yeah, so Cam obviously went with like a passive, because you know he's a cosmic champion. He kind of talked about like immune to neutralize, power burn, power drain, special lock, a lot of cool stuff. Duration of incoming poison effects, because he's cosmic. Confidence passive power. He put 240, which is a lot. He put a lot of, like, you know, he starts with this amount and he needs to build more. He gains over time the opponent's end of the battle, the arena, but his confidence, you know, obviously it's more about gaining confidence, being too overconfident, maybe even losing and then having to regain. So a lot of that, and Cam did an amazing job. He also did like overpower passive, where if they reach a max stack, later consumes all stacks and activates overpower, and the overpower basically gives him like a permanent fortitude buff, reducing incoming damage. Special attacks cost 30% less. Confidence is reset back to 120 and activating, so especially resetting back to 120 is pretty nice. Gaining the fortitude buff cannot be affected by ability action modification. self-doubt passive, so you have like, he does have doubt, and it does lower his powers. So it's kind of cool that Cam is really tying into the comics here. His confidence hits 0. Gladiators inflicted with self-doubt for 20 seconds. He's not able to gain confidence. He's paused, would lose confidence while active. He cannot gain any personal buffs, and passively power locked and special locked and fate sealed. And activating self-doubt is giving inflicted personal power lock. Yeah, he put a lot of time. I'm going in this like pretty fast just for the video's sake. Personal buffs, lots of personal stuff as a Cosmic Champion. He thought about Freeze Breath, Laser Eyes, and Absolute Might. This guy, for all purposes, is Superman. Is Superman in the Superman in the Marvel Comics. Obviously, we have Hyperion, who is another Superman clone. We have Icarus, who is kind of a Superman clone. We have Hercules, who obviously Kabam talks about feats of strength. Hercules' whole thing is feats of strength in the cosmic class. So Gladiator, I really do hope is going to be quite different than those 3 champions. I think he hopefully should be. Obviously, Kabam, even on their live stream, like, don't expect an OP champion, right? Hercules wasn't meant to set a standard, okay? I know a lot of people have been upset about that, but he's not to set a standard saying every person you vote for is going to be OP. That's just not the case. Quicksilver is not the most OP champion in the game. Neither was Guillotine when she won that fan vote, that buff vote, and Nora is Zima, who lost the vote, Mega Sentinel, etc. Just Hercules did not set a standard, and Gladiator probably won't be the same, but pretty cool. Like I said, there's lots of cool stuff. Special 3 is pretty exciting. This is just fan stuff from Cam. I mean, he worked hard on making such a nice infographic for us to look at, and it's pretty exciting. At the end of the day, everyone voted for either White Tiger or Gladiator, or maybe you lost. I won a Deathlock and he didn't come, but it's still exciting to vote for a character. And like I said, White Tiger probably planned for later. Yeah, it is what it is. We're going to see what happens, like I said, probably at the end of the year. Obviously, this fan kit could be nothing like what actually happens in the game. Who knows? I'm sure they're going to have a talented designer on it, and they're going to go through, hopefully give us some amazing dev diaries. I love those with Hercules. I love those with Quicksilver. I'm hoping that continues, and we'll have a nice Cosmic Champion to really bring in the contest and bring forth the Shi'ar Empire. I think Kabam... I was talking with the Kabam members in the CCP, and he would be great for the story of the game. I mean, there's lots of stuff. He's a powerhouse cosmic in the comics, and he can be a powerhouse in the lore of the contest. Have him go against some awesome opponents, and bring some balance to the battle realm would be quite interesting. All right, anyways, that's going to be my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know, were you rooting for Gladiator, or were you rooting for White Tiger? Are you upset? What's your thoughts? Hopefully you're not, and White Tiger does in fact come next year. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time, or in fact any previous loser. I mean, we had Spider-Punk lose in round 2, same with Bullseye, so who knows what they got going on. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much, and bye.